Well, I've got my three gentlemen here, Robert Kla, Edem Techome. We also have Kwame Datsi here. And today we're starting first off with the trending story. It says you are not in your movie industry. Be more serious to assist Agric Minister Habib Iddrisu to John Dumelo. Okay, now the first Deputy Minority Whip, that's Habib Iddrisu, has advised Deputy Minister Designate for Food and Agriculture, that's John Dumelo, to take his new role seriously and focus on supporting the Minister for Agriculture. Speaking before Parliament's Appointments Committee on Tuesday, which was yesterday, Mr. Iddrisu cautioned John Dumelo against treating his political career loosely as, and I quote, "you are not in your movie industry." He urged the nominee to approach his duties with diligence and professionalism. Now, I quote, he says, "if you go to the ministry, try to assist your minister. The ministry is huge and you should not try to jump the gun. And also know that when you go to the ministry, you are not in your movie industry as you are. Try to be as serious as you can so that you can be able to assist your minister to succeed," Mr. Iddrisu advised. The Ayawaso West Wuogon legislator has been nominated as the Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture, a position that will require him to contribute to the development of Ghana's agricultural sector. And earlier, the Deputy Minister Designate expressed his desire to inspire Ghanaians to pursue their passions and excel in their chosen fields. And Mr. Dumelo, John Dumelo says, "I want to inspire people to be able to follow their passion, follow what they want to do and do it well," John Dumelo stated. But of course, I would also want us to play the audio so we all hear what transpired there, so that you can share your opinion. If you have anything you want to share with us, 0548841039. I believe this is our industry, and I believe some of us watch. Yes, it's not everybody who watched, but those who watched and heard. What are your thoughts on Mr. Iddrisu's comments on John Dumelo?
Please go ahead and answer, Honorable Nominee.
Mr. Chairman, please, no. So now I'll bring you back to when we were studying together. Chairman, it's okay, because the way Honorable Bye-Bye, congratulations, is saying, I don't want to go much. She wants me to say bye-bye and congratulations, but I wouldn't say that, except to say that, or to add, that if you go to the ministry, try to assist your minister. The ministry is it's big, it's huge, and you should not try to jump the gun. And also note that when you go to the ministry, you are not in your movie industry as you are. Try to be as serious as you can, so that you can be able to assist your minister to succeed. I thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I congratulate the nominee.
Right, so those were words of Mr. Iddrisu to John Dumelo. Yes, Habib Iddrisu to John Dumelo. And you heard it. I have my people here, as I said, industry people, big men. And they're here. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Doreen. Have you?
How are you doing?
We're fine.
Robert
Kla.
Yes, nah. You get registered. President said
He's just pained like you didn't call him first.
Settings man.
Please be
Adam, how was your day
serious,
yesterday?
Be serious.
Kwame, be serious.
I mean, be serious.
We are not on the right.
We are not in the.
We are not writing. We are not writing stuff online.
Be serious.
Okay.
We are on radio. Be serious.
Okay.
This is radio, eh?
Yes.
Okay. This is not Facebook.
You are not on your Facebook.
Hey, will we ever have peace?
I bet you.
I bet you. I don't know. At that point, I don't know how John felt.
Didn't you see his demeanor? Check his facial expression when
Yeah.
when Idris Habib made
No, I
that
take the
statement.
honorable from him.
Oh no,
Or you want to ask who
Yes,
gave him
yes,
that?
yes, kind of rough.
Ah, okay.
But with that, I can still mention his name.
Oh, yeah.
With that honorable, he's still Habib Iddrisu, right?
You know,
Yes.
the last time we mentioned that this thing needed to be clarified.
Yeah,
Clarified.
it was Abu from my John line who sent it, but I don't think he.
Yeah, we need somebody so that we can ask questions.
Yes.
Let's just be
Asking.
educated about it.
But is it wrong to mention the name of an MP with that honorable?
Oh, no, it's not wrong.
I don't think it's wrong.
Okay.
Rather than say I don't think, I don't know. I just want to know.
Because Robert, I mean, I can call you Mr. Robert Clark. If you're an MP and I don't add honorable and I add Mr., I think that should be enough.
Yes, rather than going with thoughts, I would like to go with what is. So what's the protocol so that we observe it properly?
Okay.
So in my case, my quest is if we can find somebody to explain to how
us.
these things work. So because we're on radio, and
Exactly.
obviously one of the biggest things we'll be doing is is impacting people in terms of knowledge, and so we need to be able to just have the.
You'll
right
get that
info.
education.
We'll
But in the
get it.
meantime, Habib Idris.
Until you know.
Oh, I'm like, I don't know how to go about this, but I felt pain.
Yeah.
I felt pain.
Especially myself as a former actor. Oh, you can go on YouTube. Chronicles
Ah,
of
the
Campus
senior
I
high
didn't.
school
I didn't
actor.
say yes.
Yeah.
I know you. As a
I've been
former
acting,
actor.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
He
be
did
dropping
something
some
like
videos.
acting.
Oh, Charlie.
He did something
He
like
tried to act.
he pretended to act.
He auditioned. And it was captured on camera.
Acting is a serious business because
Very serious
I mean your script, trying to understand the character and get into character, to be able to act that character is not a joke. I mean it's a serious business, and you need to be very skilled and creative to be able to do that. So honorable should know that this is not, I mean, a field where if the people are joking, like he will not sit and enjoy a story which are at times fiction cannot be brought to life for them to enjoy if they are playing. But when he was first given the opportunity to speak by the chairman of the committee, he made a certain point that John was his mate at Gimpa. And they've been learning together. So if you listen to how he came to this side, he said, we've been learning together. If you play it again.
No, we heard it.
Yeah, you play it again. I want to make a certain.
I
We
have
heard
to
it.
play
I heard it. And I'm very sure listeners heard it as
Yeah,
well.
I wanted to, bring attention to that part. So I'll be glad if you can play that, just the beginning of that.
Just the beginning.
Yeah. So that I can
Please
be able to
go
make
ahead
that.
and answer, Honorable Nominee.
Mr. Chairman, please, no. So now I'll bring you back to when we were studying together. Chairman, it's okay because the way Honorable Bye-Bye, congratulations, is saying.
You see the way he brought that when we were studying together. And John is somebody who is very jovial, and he loves to play and other things. And I'm sure that he was trying to make an inference from some of the things which, when myself and Kwame we meet, or Robert we meet in our individual, there are some things that we will do that, Talako, Yerofo, and I say. So I want to believe that he was trying to make a point from how jovial or how, funny John is.
He could have done
in
it
class.
between the two of them,
He
but
mentioned
not in
movie
public.
industry.
Yeah.
He doesn't act movie with John Dumelo.
I'm coming. Yes, I'm coming.
Analyze the sentence.
I'm coming. Relax. So I that is why I said I want to believe. That's not an emphatic statement. I'm saying that I want to believe that he's trying to make a reference from what have been happening when they used to learn together as class.
I beg to differ.
But I'm coming.
Well, okay.
But I think that where he landed he didn't land well. He landed on a wrong footing with the movie industry thing because, I mean, he painted the impression or the picture that the movie industry
It's not serious.
is not a serious business.
I
But
mean-
that's a multi-billion-dollar industry where creative economy in even in Ghana, in other countries, if you see, if we have that thinking, we will not be able to derive the benefits the creative economy, create, because there is a lot of money in that space. Movie industry, billion sector industry. America, many advanced countries have shown that that is an industry worth paying attention to. So as an honorable, he shouldn't see that industry as a lighter industry, as an industry of unserious people where they have to be cautioned when they are going to other fields. I say, would the ufi
I don't know if it's a bit
ufi agro mu na eba into uko handle say cow say hey
Agro,
ahanye agro no. Nah, you cannot say that. That was really unfortunate, and I was surprised that none of the members on the committee pointed to him that why do you have that statement was very harsh. That was very harsh, and it was belittling other players in the sector. And if people who have really made a lot from the movie industry are watching, they will be laughing at this man. They will say, what is he saying? Does he understand what he's saying? Because this is a multi-billion-dollar sector which we do not have to play with. So, Honorable, this one there, I wish somebody can raise it on the floor of Parliament. A+ are big. Try and raise it on the floor of Parliament for us, because
go there for you.
we understand that, all those deputy ministers who were lately, vetted have been, the committee is passing them on consensus.
Okay.
And certainly it will go to the plenary for them to make one or two statements. And I expect somebody in the chamber will bring attention, and even maybe John may not speak because they are going to pass them, but somebody in that chamber should be able to raise this issue and let them know that this is a multi-billion.
We are speaking, so I believe they will hear. Kwame.
Doreen, have you? I think I was ironing or something. I was preparing to go for an event when I heard this comment on the radio, and I was like, again, because this is not the first time they've made such comments about the creative industry. And I will take you back to 2020 during the campaign time. You remember Shelley Ayoko Boche made a statement about John Dumelo when they were campaigning. And she said, Parliament is a very serious business. It's a serious place. The place is not for those who think they can heal the sick. No. Do not let that happen. It's a serious place. She went ahead. If you mistakenly vote for John Dumelo instead of Lydia Al-Hassan, you'll always be watching movies at the movie theater. This happened in 2020. Now, sometime, I think 2 years or I think a year or two ago, we also had a quiz mistress, Professor Elsie Kaufman,
Yes.
make a statement about singing and dancing when she was trying to say, some schools were singing
Busy.
and dancing
And
when
others
the others were also preparing for the science and maths quiz. And she said, while other schools are singing and dancing, Presec is having quiz programs in their school. And you remember how this also caused or engendered conversations in the industry. Now, there is a perception out there, and I think it starts from the home into our schools, that people in the arts are not intelligent, people in the arts are not worthy, people in the arts are not smart enough. And so even when you are growing up and you say you want to do any arts-related course, they tell you no, go to the sciences. Even people in schools, people who excel in exams, are asked and encouraged to do the sciences, go and do science-related course. And then those who get lower grades are pushed to the arts. Sometimes there are people who have high grades who would want to do arts. But because they have high grades, yes, sciences, they push them there. So the whole impression is, if you are in the creative arts, it appears you're not smart enough. In the olden days also, maybe because most of these people were not highly educated,
Right.
they thought that it was for kobolos. But now as we speak, elsewhere in the world, creatives are going to school, they are upgrading. John Dumelo has a master's degree, some of them are doing law, and so on. A while ago, during or prior to the election, there was a comment that was passed about Kwame Owusu-Danso, who was chosen as running mate for Alan Chimateng. And a similar statement was made about him, where people say, oh, Golo
Golo
guy.
Golo guy.
Now, I hip live musician there. But this guy has gone to school, he's worked in various fields, he's
Studied
acquired
law.
knowledge. Why do we despise people in the arts like that? Why don't they ask a similar question to people from education, from the legal side, from medicine, when they come for such veterans? Why don't they caution them that, hey, maybe I'll call and teaching you Agric, you know? Why don't they do that? Why do they always try to create the impression that people in the arts are so empty? John Dumelo he's not an infant. If he wasn't serious, he wouldn't even win his seat. And so for Habib to make that statement during the vetting,
Habib
Iddrisu, to make that statement meant that he doesn't really see the worth of the creative. It is fair for you to advise people. You can tell John Dumelo where you are going is a different field. It's fair to say that. But if you say it's a serious field or go and be serious there, it's not your movie industry. Movie industry is not a serious business. It's not serious. Do you know what it takes for people to get into character? Do you know what it takes for people to write scripts or screenplay? In the creative industry, do you know what it takes for people to do scoring of music? Do you know what it takes for people to sing, to entertain? The fact that the product you are listening to or you are hearing is making you happy doesn't mean that it's coming from a low place. People in the arts are very brilliant, they're very intelligent. Sometimes you wonder how they come up with concepts and ideas and lyrics and everything. And you call these people not serious people? I was very disappointed, and I even thought that he would write something on Facebook to apologize. But I rather saw him share one of the artworks on social media. He shared it. Maybe he didn't say anything wrong with what you said, but I think it wasn't in a good place because, no, we can't be condoning such acts in our country where people who are supposed to know. This is a parliamentarian. So imagine if we have about 10 or 20 of Habib in parliament and they are taking decision for the arts. Imagine what the outcome will be.
We'll be in trouble.
They're not going to think any good thing for us because at the end of the day, what they think is that these are people who are not serious.
Yeah.
But I also think that the other side of it, in as much as I think that we are serious people and we are an industry that contributes to the growth of this industry, and we have the ability to shape the mindsets of society. People use films to change the narratives of society. America has used that to make people know that America is great. Even though I believe that is the power we wield as creatives, I also believe that sometimes we contribute to this. Because there are a lot of creatives who have sold their conscience, their minds to politicians. And so they always think we are at their mercy. And that is why they may think that, oh, if you are in the creative industry, no one will be because at the end of the day, we tower over you on so many grounds. And so they think, yeah, creativity, what can you do? You're not a serious person. Apart from the misconception, and I expect people who are highly educated to know that, to move away from the thinking that our mothers had in the past. People who have gone to school in this age, 2025, still believe that a field like acting or movie making or filmmaking is not a serious venture. Are you serious? Do you know how much people make in film? Maybe it is because our industry in Ghana has not been given that attention from the policymakers. And so it is the policymakers who have crippled the industry from the outset till now. And because of that, they think that we are not serious. Good. Now to us as a people in the creative industry, some of us don't put value on ourselves. Some of us, even when you are communicating with them on issues, don't show depth. And I'm saying some, because I know a lot of us are also very brilliant and deep in whatever they do. But the very few ones who are the loud ones, and Doreen, usually we give premium to these loud ones, even on our radio stations. And so you listen to them in conversations trying to advance arguments, and the argument they're making doesn't make sense. But because they are the loudest, they are giving premium. They are applauded even more than those who are making sense. The very many ones that we have who make sense, they are not lauded. But the very few stubborn, ignorant ones among us are the ones that are projected. So if that is what they hear on a daily basis on our radio programs and everything, why wouldn't they even think that, yes, we're not serious? On a daily basis, we are having issues that should be solved internally. You hear people saying so many things on social media, on radio, on TV, in our industry. So in as much as I believe that we should keep on fighting to protect the image of the creatives, to let people know that we are not dumb, to let them know that we are also very smart people, we should advise some people among the creative industry stakeholders who usually go out there to portray what those out there in parliament perceive of us. Habib Iddrisu didn't do well. Yes, and I am expecting him to maybe come out and apologize. If he doesn't do that, fine. But I believe strongly that he's heard it, and it should also extend to people like Honorable Ablanji Fagoma. She's also an MP. She's in Parliament. Maybe she can raise this in Parliament,
right?
Or also speak to it. And then the actors in this industry, not actors as in those who are filmmakers, I mean players in this industry, should also speak up. I've not even seen anybody from the acting fraternity put up any statements regarding this one. Have you seen any?
Actors Guild.
Actors Guild is not alive now. Actors Guild has its issues. They've been They've been fighting. They've been tussling over some positions and all that for the past years. And so
I've not seen any advocacy of this.
And you know how
activism,
how dangerous this one is. The moment we keep on allowing this to fester, yes, and it keeps on lingering on the minds of people, especially MPs like Habib Iddrisu, who think that filmmaking or movie making is not a serious venture, but agriculture is. Thank you.
All right, so I'll move straight to the phone lines. I'll speak to George Quay briefly, and then I can come to Robert. And we have Fifi Coleman, who is an actor. He's a producer, and he's also a director here in the studios with us. Yes, and what?
Investor.
And an investor as well. Good morning, George.
Good morning, sweetheart. How are you?
I am very well, thank you. I hope you're doing well.
God is good. Special good morning to all the legends in the studio.
Right. They can hear you loud and clear. Good morning. George says good morning to all of you. Yes, and so, yes, that's our topic this morning. I believe you have a contribution, George. Please, you can go ahead.
Doreen, you see, I'll take it from where Kwame Dazi just ended, that we in the space are not loud enough. You see how teachers come together to embark on a strike. You see how doctors come together to embark on a strike to fight for what they believe they deserve, to fight for what they believe their sector ought to get. You see how labor unions come together and charge to call for whatever it is they believe in. If we in the creative sector, we in the creative space, do not learn to stand together to fight some of this rubbish, I'm calling it rubbish because that is exactly what it is, total rubbish. Look, I don't know what makes some people think that some of us do not matter in society. I don't know what makes them think that some of us do not know what it takes to run a nation. I don't know what makes them think that some of us do not have what it takes to call shots that, bind on national cohesion or unity or growth or development of a country. It is very, very unfortunate. And when the quiz mistress from the National Science and Math quiz passed a similar comment, quite derogatory, saying that per second, while they were studying, others were drumming and dancing. And some of us came out hard. We had many calls saying, but this one is nothing, this one is nothing. Who told you it is nothing? What do you mean it is nothing? How dare you even think it is nothing? And I was quite a bit disappointed in my brother John Dumelo for not calling it out right there. But of course, you cannot fault him because he was at his vetting and all that, and these are the people. So you would probably not want to come off as rude. But if it were me, George Quay, I would have seized it as a perfect opportunity to make a statement for the sector that made me before Agric discovered me. The sector that first made me, the creative sector, and I would defend it. Listen, there are smart brains in that chamber. A+ is there, Honorable Ablaji Fagumashi is there. There are people like Honorable Sam George, who is almost at every creative sector. He was at the Kwabna Valentine Love Night concert. He has been at almost all our plays. This is somebody who loves theater. Honorable Alexander Afenyomaken was at the Gods Are Not to Blame with his entire family. These are people that respect the arts. So how dare you even open your mouth to say something like, yeah, as you are going into the chamber, it is not your movie. Christ, it is so heartbreaking. And if creators do not stand to I've written and deleted because my wife has warned me that, Charlie, man is growing, so you need to season your words with salt. So I'm just trying to find the right words to address this issue without coming off as insulting or rude or disrespectful. But it is wrong, and it should not be condoned in any term whatsoever at all. They need to realize that that chamber they sit in, everything about that chamber, everything in that Parliament House is art. From the very building that they are in, to the chairs they are sitting on, to the color, even to the clothes they are wearing, to the microphones they are speaking in, to every single thing they are using is made by art. Everything. Even the choice of language you use in the chamber, it is art in itself. And if people that are making laws for us cannot realize, appreciate, and understand this, then we really are doomed. And if the sector does not rise up to condemn it, if people do not rise to condemn it, they don't call him out, they don't educate him, they don't enlighten him, they don't open his eyes to realize that, look, without art, you're lost. The very world we live in was built on art. When God said, let there be light, that was art. How long is it going to take for people to realize that we are the lifeline to every economy, that we are what matters? When you go to every single sector, everything that is done in every sector is driven by art, driven by us. So if they don't realize it, and we are also not going to speak about it enough, then maybe we are the problem, not them. Doreen, let me end it here. You have legends in the studio. I'm sure they can add more.
Thank you so much, George, for your contribution this morning. And just like he said, there are legends here in the studio who will also, or who must also contribute on this. So I'll move straight to Robert. Robert, you?
I would prefer, because again, Fifi's.
Fifi's.
Fifi's
is the actor.
He's an actor, he's an investor.
He's a producer, he's a director.
He's not just in front of the screen, he's also within the business space.
All right.
So if somebody is calling your space unserious, what does it mean in terms of business? What does it mean in terms of decision making? What does it mean in terms of the younger folks who are coming and looking up to you? What does it mean to opportunities within the space that policymakers are supposed to be? So I think that he's hit hard in this particular space.
Right.
Maybe you should,
Right, Fifi.
And please, today don't speak fast.
I'm trying.
So that we'll hear everything.
I'm trying not to. Like, I'm honestly trying not to.
I see Fifi is upset.
Yes,
Fifi
so that is why
coming down for us.
That is why I'm trying to push it. I was like, okay, let others speak. I'm just going to sit down and take the advice that I'm getting from all my colleagues. Have you seen the drama that goes on in Parliament? Have you seen the fights when they're throwing chairs at each other? What is non-serious than that?
Chewing ballot box.
Chewing ballot papers. Sitting on people's laps.
Please tell me what is non-serious that the electorate.
Carlos Ahinkra chewed ballot paper.
And
That is public knowledge. We all saw it. He was running around in the parliament.
When the good people of Ghana, the electors, go to polls and vote you to go make decisions for the country. And in that same space where you have been sworn in to protect and do all the things that the country needs, you turn that whole space into my world. And I watch you and I laugh because your idea of not being serious is what you practice when something doesn't go well for you in the space where it's supposed to be a serious space.
You are the most non-serious person I can ever talk about this morning. Pick the speck out of your eye before you go looking at the block in someone's. Your house is not clean. Clean that space first of all the drama, the non-serious things you do in the name of partisan politics, and then come to my space and come and talk to me. I live and work in the space where every single profession you can think about in the world can be. I can play, and I'm telling him, I can play a politician. I can play a minister in a most convincing way than you can ever do to your electors or to somebody to change a policy or to sign a loan for the country. I can do that.
You can play an MP.
I can play an MP.
A serious one.
I'm telling you.
That's a serious one.
Yes.
I mean,
I can. A very serious one. And it is just me playing it.
Yeah.
AI will write me a script as to how to present my case at Parliament. I'll read it out from my memory, head to toe. 10 pages.
Yeah.
From head to toe. 10 pages. And you would think I just came to give a speech. You will clap for me and stand up and say, that guy has... And it's because I acted it out. That is how serious my business is.
so which means if you were to be in Parliament, you would be able to read and defend a particular cause.
Better than you...
Because your memory is, heavy
Sharp.
and weight and sharp.
Because that is how you are trained to be. You are trained to live in that world where your memory and be sharp about things.
You'll be articulate.
Yes.
Choose your words carefully.
Very carefully.
Robert, you are saying you're something right now.
We are connected. We are working.
They
are active.
We are working very well. He advised me to speak slowly today, so we are really coordinating today. It's happening. It's happening. You understand me? George said something, and it is true. I thought about it, and I was like, maybe John is trying to, it's just his first word. I was like,
he didn't want to go back.
Yes, I was like, I know me, and God knows one of my prayers is to be patient, all the time. And I was like, if that happened, and I know it because I would be in that chamber someday. I'm telling you right now, I will be in that chamber. But if it is my how do we call that? My vetting, and that came up, and my response would have cancelled, then I would have lost the whatever. No, because I would not have the patience to watch him and look him in the face and say, okay. After you make a statement like that, that is what George was talking about. That moment will be my moment of saying, excuse me, let's actually talk about this right now. This is so disrespectful.
Because it's actually your mates. You're all members.
Yes, and that was what I was trying to tell Adam, that it's not like, don't say that because you were in class and you studied together and because you can say certain things together, it's okay to say it in public. It wasn't right.
It wasn't. And for some reason, I think, I don't know where he was, I don't even know where you were coming from. It was just a very bad statement, very you didn't think about it to make that statement. So if
maybe
there's an
about
opportunity,
it, it's just because maybe you just wanted to say you're in a different industry.
Yes,
but you didn't choose the right words.
But exactly, it's the words. It's
the words.
If you say this place is different,
this place is different.
That could be advice. But if you talk about,
but what
this
has
is not your movie industry.
What has his
and get serious there?
What has that even got to do with that?
Okay, so your movie industry is not serious.
And you were not serious when you were in the movie industry.
The unserious person is now an MP. The unserious person is now a deputy minister. So what are you talking about?
He did all of that when he was not serious.
He's a farmer.
Robert,
no,
your sarcasm is deep.
Sometimes because if you're unserious, you can be creative. Sometimes when you're serious, you're not creative.
When you're serious, that one you can be creative
because you feel free and you allow the juices to flow.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm just trying to be clear on things.
It's quite unfortunate. It was going well. It's quite unfortunate. I think there should be a response. Someone's talking about a reaction from the actors. I think it happened only yesterday. So people are actually trying to figure out how to quickly come out with a statement that really debunks whatever that he spoke about and call him out. He said what you said is outright very wrong. Look, nations and policies have been changed based off of what information actors, the non-serious people, have put out there.
Trust us with using language. We'll create
a
new campaign.
No, Robert, don't be surprised if we see this at any comedy event, even in a movie.
We are waiting for next
on serious creatives part 1 and 2.
I'm telling you.
On serious comedy.
Look, enough said. Charlie, Robert, go.
Oh, we are really going. We're collaborating. We're seriously collaborating.
No, but this is so not cool. And I think a lot of people, probably a lot of industry people, didn't really pay attention to it yesterday, didn't watch or even listen, so they're still not clear. Most of them saw it on social media. Yeah, most of them saw it on social media.
So for me, I think that it's out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. So clearly what is in your mind, what is in your heart, what has been crystallized will eventually somehow, some way, one day come out. And when these things will come out, I think it's a good pointer for us to be able to clearly note what goes on in the minds of people who are the policy making level in this particular regard. And as Kwame mentioned in his submission, you can imagine if a decision is being made with respect to this particular industry, the kind of reactions you're likely to get.
I think that is actually affecting us.
Yes, and so I think that it should let us. This reveals to us the weaknesses within our system, and perception is reality. And if people perceive you not to be serious, then at the end of the day, they will treat you in a way that is not necessarily meritorious or not necessarily in line with who you really are or your value, for that matter. And so I think that we need to be able to attack this on all the levels and see how we can eradicate it from the system. And so yes, creatives first of all need to be able to speak against it, but we also need to be able to prove to these people and the younger ones that, Charlie, when it comes to our space, I mean, look, everything is in there. And then George was listing quite a number of them. But I think the reality is that people have taken us for granted for too long, and they need to understand that your national anthem, the flag that identifies you as Ghanaian, patriotic, all of that is all done by people of the arts. The music that gets you, like everything, like if you want to list the things within the space that speaks to art, we have maybe for a long time, on the back of this lack of in-depth knowledge, have allowed this particular sector, which is supposed to be a blessing, actually it situates itself directly within the natural resource of God. Everything that the creatives have is coming directly from who you are as an element of God's creation. It's not like you are having to, like it's that the creatives create. And this is it's one of the elements of the being of God, and we need to be able to appreciate that, because we are translating things or taking things from the world that doesn't exist to a world that exists, and so you need to be able to see us in that particular light and appreciate what it is, because without us, you will not even get the new things that you're supposed to be getting. Right. Yeah, the clothes that you're wearing. I mean, everything that usually, so I think that people need to be able to appreciate the fact that, this is who we are and this is what we do. And yes, if the word unserious exists, maybe they should see it in a loose terms, because sometimes when you're too serious, you can't be creative, really. And but we achieve things even being unserious. I mean, how can you be so unserious and still become a farmer who's achieving success and still go and do politics and win? And you've won a very stronghold being unserious. Charlie, there's a certain level of unseriousness that people need to go and learn about, because in that particular space, there might be some gems in there, that you can still achieve stuff. So all I'm saying is, it is not wrong for him to give advice. He should give advice. I think that this is probably an advice that has gone wrong because of the choice of words. Exactly. And unfortunately, it happens to be an expensive one, because it's touching a nerve. And once it's touching a nerve, people are going to respond to it. So we thank him for his advice. And we are also going to reiterate it and retweet it. John Dumelo, please, when you go there, be diligent. I'm not going to say it to you. Be diligent in your work and make us all proud. Right. And then I would also give back words to our honorable, I'll call him honorable minister, to do the honorable thing, because if that is a title attached to his name, then maybe if he does the honorable thing, he will win our hearts back. Exactly. I'm sure he will do the honorable thing.
He will.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will.
And speaking about being honorable, I have a message here. It says, "Good morning, Doreen. Please let it be known to your pundit that the word honorable is a title that doesn't come cheaply. Calling someone who has rightfully attained the title honorable by their name directly in public can be held in contempt if the honorable member so wishes to take action. Therefore, they should be guided accordingly."
Titles.
Yep. Nana Kwesi says, "Do you still wonder why decision makers don't take creative industry serious? You want to reduce unemployment, grow your economy, and you think you can do that ignoring creatives? Check this. This whole appearance, head to toe, is the doing of creatives. Till you check who you put at the decision-making office, forget it. I'm not surprised at all. Rashid Ramadan says that, good morning. The show is live here in Dodowa Market inside Gizo Phones and a repairing shop. The fact is that the whole MPP membership and Casa don't know how to talk. They talk anyhow. No wonder they are in opposition now. These are some of your messages here on Daybreak Hits, and you can keep them coming. If you have any contributions or any thing to share with us, you can send it via WhatsApp number 0548 841 039. This morning I've been joined by George will say industry legends. Fifi Coleman, yes, he's an actor, he's a producer, he's also a director. I have Robert Clark, he's a serious dancer.
Serious dancer.
Yes, he's a serious dancer. And, he is also PRO for Charterhouse. I mean, the biggest the biggest award scheme in Ghana Music Awards. So I'm trying to put two and two together. And I have Edem here, who is a serious...
Not so serious. Settings man.
He's a serious settings man. And
Edem.
And then I have...
Edem is serious.
And I have Kwame Dazi, who is a serious...
What should they project? Doreen, please, let's project Edem in the right light.
Okay.
Please, what should we project?
Serious.
Yes.
I'm a journalist.
You're a journalist. Just journalist.
Serious journalist.
Or entertainment journalist.
Yeah. A journalist. I do.
He's not limited.
What's your specialty?
I've reported from courts.
I'm not saying what you have done. What's
Yeah,
your specialty?
especially I do general stories. I mean, from
He
politics
does-
What's your
everywhere.
special? Where's your
Robert,
strength?
he does everything.
I'm a journalist.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my specialty.
His specialty is settings.
Edem is manager of gospel musician, award-winning gospel musician Empress Gifty as well. And
Take.
Very unserious activity.
Kwame Dazi is a serious... where should I put Kwame?
No. Kwame Dazi is not
Bob
serious.
piano.
Kwame Dazi is not serious.
Bob piano.
Kwame, are you serious?
I'm not even sure.
If you want to see or if you want updates on everything about the creative space, just go onto Kwame's Facebook page and you get it there. You definitely get it there.
Or
And
myjoyonline.com.
Or myjoyonline.com. You get it there. You can also listen to him on Saturdays on Joy FM.
You know, when he was speaking, I felt like I was listening to another edition of
Say it loud.
So I was going to say,
my heart came.
can you just play the Ojai?
That is interesting. I mean, as we all said, I mean, Fifi, you have something to add up?
Oh, yeah. I think there's something very seriously unserious that we're about to make serious at the National
wanted to
Theatre.
find
Okay.
Allow the wordplay to play out.
Come up 8th and 9th of March. I just want to start off from the beginning so we don't get confused. That seriously, this time around, men can come.
Okay. Men. I didn't get that. I didn't get that again.
They are dropping gems.
Men.
Charlie, the camera is for the purposes of what?
I didn't get that. I didn't get it.
And they have come
Please,
already.
can
What
you-
can come.
No, wait, please. Can you take it again? I
They've come
didn't
already.
get that.
Start with the unserious.
Yes.
serious.
So,
Yes.
I want to talk about something seriously unserious
Okay.
that is about to get serious
Okay.
for people who believe in serious things to understand how unserious some serious statements are. But in this time around, let me just start from the beginning, just so we all clear this out. Men can come.
Slowly or faster.
Men can come.
Men can come.
Many a time we say women only.
Okay.
Yeah.
This time around, men
Men
can come.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Also, it's okay to come in 2 minutes. It's fine.
Okay.
To the program.
Yes. Why we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about women at work. Why?
Yes.
Wait, let's talk about women at work
Yes.
right now.
Yeah.
We're doing women at work 8th and 9th, but this time around we say we listen and we judge.
You know what? Yesterday I thought I was mistaken. Oh, so it's actually we listen and we judge.
And we judge, yeah.
I thought then
You thought I took the dons from
yes,
there?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You can't come and tell us and say we shouldn't judge you. Why we can't call us someone we shouldn't. That thing I don't get it. That somebody comes and say something like
I thought it was a mistake.
A code.
No. I'm so tired of like somebody comes to say something very serious. Okay, let me keep quiet and not say anything about it.
Okay.
No, it's a stupid thing that you did. It's as simple as that. We judge you, right? We are judging you.
You guys are very serious, though.
We're doing some serious
serious.
things. We're being serious. We can't make it on serious because it has to be serious. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Seriously?
Like seriously? You know, like that. Like duh. So we have Rosalind in Giza on stage, Gloria Oseisafu on stage. We have Queen Grace Ajete, Mavis Abrokwa, Jacqueline Ansa, Araba Danswa. We have a lot of all these great actors are putting that this the play about all women, and I will do it for all women, for just women.
Right.
But this time around, men can come.
And even Mr. Hagler has come.
No, he has arrived.
8th and 9th
He has
March,
arrived.
7
He's not
p.m.
come.
National Theatre.
8th and 9th March,
7 p.m. National Theatre.
National Theatre.
Men can come. Women at work, we listen and we judge. See you there.
Mr. Hagler, did
Have
you
you-
come or
I
you
don't-
arrived?
I don't think you people want Mr. Hagler to speak.
At this
now.
time, if Honorable Habib is listening, he will say, "You see, I said they are not serious."
I said it, you're not serious.
Oh my goodness, gentlemen. Oh,
But
wow.
I know the honorable will do the honorable thing. I mean,
Yeah,
he
but
was just trying to
maybe it was a
advise-
slip.
Yes,
He was
I
just
mean,
trying to advise his own.
Yes,
I mean,
it happened
like
yesterday,
Don
so
Dumelo
let's
Chalabi,
just give him some
you know,
time.
nonsense, yeah.
Let's give him some time. I'm sure he's heard us. If he hasn't heard, somebody has told him. Say hits this, what did your marker found? They were all serious.
If he meant it to recruit him into our fold,
No, if he meant it, that means we have work to do because we have to find the source of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
like why he thinks that way, and then we just work around it. We need to make a pitch to him to let him know that Charlie, this is how serious the business is.
True.
Right.
You know, that's all. Yeah.
Okay.
Auntie Doreen.
Yes, uncle.
But I hear like KOD is going somewhere.
And they've been congratulating
This
him
guy
on social media.
posted him.
Yes, sit
Come
down.
and sit down.
Adam,
Come
come and sit down.
Come and sit down.
Sit down. Sit down.
You
Adam,
posted KOD.
you posted
suggesting
KOD.
that he's been
Congratulations.
appointed.
You were showering praises. I don't know. You added worship.
Bars.
What has
Now I believe you have lyrics.
I do have lyrics. Well, so can you tell us what exactly, so that we can all congratulate him?
The official communication will come out.
Ah.
Is it a political appointment?
So why was is it political
It's
appointment?
an appointment.
Okay. So say it.
At
Official-
GTA?
Official communication will be out.
So we
Creative
should
agency?
wait.
Yeah, we should wait.
Till when?
I
Presidency?
just said yeah.
Till
yes,
it comes.
Creative Arts Agency.
So your conversation was to what?
Exactly, ma'am.
Congratulations also.
To a service.
Ah.
And that official communication will come. I don't think it's out of place for us to wait for official
You are
communication.
causing fear and panic.
Oh, no fear and panic.
You're causing anxiety.
Yeah.
What do you know that we don't know?
Exactly. What do you know that we
It will,
don't know?
it will be out
See
for
why-
all
we
of
see
us.
why you are called on
It will be
serious.
out for all of us to
We see,
know.
we see why you're called.
Our second deputy for the ministry.
You see why you're on serious.
Oh.
Eh?
It will come.
You see why you're on serious.
Okay.
Where you go?
He's
But
the,
why
he's
are
the
you
first.
running away?
He's the first because
Now closed.
I just won't day on the phone. That'll be all right.
oh,
Somebody called you.
okay.
She called you this morning.
So in that, since we are all waiting, we will say congratulations to KOD.
KOD,
We
we
are
don't
waiting.
know.
We don't know what we are congratulating him for, but we will say congratulations and wait for the official communication, and then we'll move from there. Adam, thank you.
Thank you.
You
too.
have not said anything.
Yeah, thank you.
You have not said anything.
Thank you.
Well, on that note, this is where we ended on Showbiz Review. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Robert Clark, Fifi Coleman, Adam, and Kwame as well. Thank you so much for coming through this morning.
This is Hits.